All right, welcome back to GTG. We're going to continue on our journey to try to understand mental health. We're trying to address some of the stressors that lead some people to end their own story. Nothing we talk about here is meant to be medical advice or financial advice. I'm not a medical professional, so if you have questions, please see your doctor. Please see a financial advisor. Today, we have a very good friend of mine who is a business owner on multiple fronts. Mallory, welcome.
Hi. I know, I'm so glad to be here. We've talked about it for so long and finally can make it happen.
So, one thing I like to do is ask people how they are, not
Yeah.
just superficial, like, I'm good. No, like
how are you?
honestly,
really?
like, how are you
Yeah.
doing?
Honestly, like I was telling you, if you would have asked me this question like even a month ago, I probably would have had a totally different answer. But honestly, right now, I'm really good. I'm in a really good headspace. It's taken a lot to get here, but I'm in a really good headspace right now. I'm a little stressed about, some business stuff going on, but mentally, I'm really good right now.
All right. So tell me about yourself. Like, what do you got going on? What do you do for a living?
Well, I am a cosmetologist. I have my own salon, and I'm also a boudoir photographer. So I take sexy pictures of women in a nutshell. That's the best way to describe it.
Wow. So what made you choose that over just a regular 9 to 5?
I love being my own boss. I love making my own hours. I have kids, so it's nice to be able to, if I need to go pick them up early from school or just be there or anything, like I don't have to answer to a boss being like, no, you can't take time off. I can do what I want. I can live freely with my own hours, and I like making people feel good. So that's exactly what both my businesses are.
Just making people feel
Yeah.
good. You get them with the beauty and then the beauty.
All the beauty, making their hair pretty, making them feel good about themselves mentally, making their, loving their bodies the way they are. That's a huge thing. So, yeah, I love it.
So with all this hair or everyone else's hair and everyone else's pictures, like how's the dating life going?
Oh, well, I think I was just telling you this. I am cuffed up currently.
Cuffed up.
I'm
Tis the season.
up. They say it is. Yeah.
Tis the season.
Who would have thunk I'd be here? I never did.
So how do your kids deal with you dating and juggling that with co-parenting?
I'm pretty quiet about my dating life to my children. I don't really introduce them to anyone unless it's like I'm like really serious with someone. And this person I'm pretty serious with. They love him, but I don't really. The fact that I reached for this, I'm like, little mystery.
I mean, everyone has their own. I mean, I don't want to say secrets, but it's good to keep it a public relationship, but a private one.
Yeah, because society has, people like to talk and have their own what they think you should be doing, and there's no rule book for anything. Life's weird. It's not black and white, so.
Agreed. So how do your kids deal with the whole co-parenting?
I think they're good.
They don't play the mommy-daddy game?
No, they haven't really. I think we kind of call them out on that bullshit pretty quick, so they
I used to
never
get that
really.
shit all the time. I'm about to go pick mine up here in a little bit, and I'm guaranteed you.
I just dropped mine off. I'm free for the
Hey.
weekend.
Hey.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be pulling those cards. Huh?
Yeah. One's already like, hey, I need shoes.
It's like, wait, didn't your mom just buy you shoes? Like,
No, didn't we just have Christmas?
yeah, what?
Didn't Santa
what?
bring you shoes?
What? Yeah. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Kids.
So how long you been doing the boudoir pictures?
Since 2016. So that's like, how many years? I cannot math. What's that? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We're going on 8 years. Holy crap. We're going on 8 years that I have been
Almost
bettering
a decade.
all the Yuma County women, making them feel sexy again.
What are the challenges that you've had while doing pictures? Is it like trying to figure out poses? Is it?
Oh yeah, every body is different. Every body is different, and so Yeah, posing's huge. Like one pose for someone can look totally different on someone else. It can look really amazing on someone, but on someone else, it's horrible. Like it makes them look 10 times heavier. It's just awful. So you really have to know different body types, and it takes a lot of practice. Not everyone can do it. It's definitely not. I think people think they can do it, but it's hard. It's taken me 8 years. I'm still, and I'm always learning. So.
You have any like bizarre stories from like behind the camera?
Oh, well, how dirty are you trying to get? Cause oh man, I have had, okay, so I do couples also. Like I've had couples in my studio, and I've seen it all. Like I've had them pretty much like, yeah. You know, here's the thing: you're gonna pay me. It's fine. Whatever you want to do, I don't judge. We all have our own things, so. I mean, I've seen some weird things, but it just depends how open you're wanting to get.
Well,
I'm like, the amount of buttholes I have seen, and I'm not even like doing anything with them. Just it's wild. You would be surprised.
You should get into the esthetician. It's a bunch of just working with assholes, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, no one ever tells you when you're going to be a photographer, like especially a boudoir photographer, that like that's pretty much what you're going to see on a daily. Cheers to that. Cheers to buttholes. Oh man. Oh, all the girls watching are like, "Oh my god."
What advice do you have for like photographers that are trying to get into pictures?
Practice makes perfect. Like practice, and know your clients and talk to them, especially like depending on what type of photography you're getting into. Like you really need to, especially if you are going to do like boudoir or anything like that, like you have to talk to your clients and know like what they're comfortable with and go from there and just be comfortable. But I don't know, it comes naturally with me. Women love me and want to tell me everything, so they're pretty comfortable with me.
What do you have for people who are looking to get their picture taken? Any advice for them? Because I know there's some creeps out there.
Oh my God, yeah. But that's what's great is like I'm a female photographer. And like I said, women love me. And like when they come in, first of all, I do their hair and makeup. So they come in and they get the full princess. I call it like the Victoria's Secret angel type, you know, they come in, they get their hair and makeup done. They get pampered. We talk. So in that time when I'm doing their hair and makeup, we're talking. They're usually telling me, you know, what they like about themselves, what they don't like about themselves. And that way I know kind of how to pose them based on what they feel comfortable with. Because if someone's really self-conscious about their tummy, I'm not going to highlight their tummy. You know, you want to highlight areas of their body they really appreciate and love. So I kind of just talk to them about it and go from there.
I know you have specials sometimes. You got anything going on right now? Beginning of spring?
Well, I am currently moving studios, photography studios. So I am doing kind of a last chance special, but it's pretty much only like another week going on. So it's kind of in limbo. Like I said, I'm changing studios. Things are kind of wild. I'm probably going to do a special when I do get into my new studio. It's going to be rebranded. Like everything's changing. So kind of in a weird limbo stage with that right now, but probably going to start doing river shoots here soon. It's going to start warming up. Girls love that. So probably start doing river shoots, and I'll do a special then to advertise for that. Yeah, pretty much.
I also see you've been in the gym a whole lot lately. Is that for your mental health?
I'm getting that muscle mommy.
Or?
I'm trying to be a muscle mommy. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, you know what started me going to the gym was that I was like in a really dark place. Last year was really rough. It was a really rough year. And I started going to the gym to kind of give me an outlet, like a release in a way. Like I had so much anger and I was like, what do I do with this anger? Like I'm so angry. And my best friend was like, just come with me. And I was super intimidated, but I ended up going with her, and lifting heavy weights has really helped me to get that stress out. And then once you start seeing that transformation in your body, you become like addicted to that transformation. And it's like the fact that you can get there and like, because it's hard, like to push, to go every day, to push through, even when you're not feeling good, to lift those heavy weights. It takes a lot of like mental like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like endurance, you know what I mean? Like you really have to, I love it. It's really helped me a lot to just de-stress and not be so angry.
What are your goals in the gym?
Honestly, I just want to be healthy, and just tone up, build muscle, but it's my hobby now. I enjoy it. Like I have to go every day. I didn't go today. So I'm like, I feel really blech about that, but it is what it is. But it just becomes like, yeah, it's a hobby. It's fun now at this point. It's my playground. Like when I go to the gym, I'm like, let's go play. Like, let's go lift some weights.
On the first episode, we had a guy over here talking about getting hormones checked.
Yeah.
And with me talking to his old lady, not advice, talk to your medical professional. But
yeah, for sure.
What I was told was women after 3 kids should go get their hormones checked.
Yeah. No, I've actually heard that, and I've never done it, but I want to because I think that kind of makes people a little, when you think you're acting crazy, it's probably your hormones are just off. They're just whack.
Well, from me, my personal experience, I went to the doctor for whatever reason. I had my testosterone checked, and it was low.
Yeah. Did you notice like a huge difference?
I was always running on E.
Yeah,
I was always tired, regardless how much sleep I got or how much rest I had. I was running on E. And what happened with me was, in my own personal experience, is I went and I got pellets, which is bioidentical. And the first round happened. It lasted a few months, but at the end, I crashed real hard. And most people don't crash, but because I was so low, and they got me to a good level, I felt the decline. And when I felt that decline, I remember walking around the house like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, why do I feel...
Yeah, you're like, I just got this checked. Why do I feel like this?
I felt like depressed. Yeah. And I can tell when I'm depressed because I'm not cleaning like normal. I don't want to make my bed. I don't want to change
You don't want to do anything when you're depressed.
And
like
I physically, I noticed it. So I called him up. I was like, hey, man, can you check the book, see when I have to go back? And it was that time. And like the next day, she called me in and was like, hey, what's going on? I was like, look, I'm at the bottom again.
Yeah.
Like I felt the decline. We did another one, and then now I just started injections for HRT. So hopefully that'll keep me at a level playing field to where I want to continue to be motivated and do more things.
No, that'll be good. I'm glad that you got that checked. A lot of people don't realize like hormones are the issue when they start acting and feeling different. It's usually your hormones.
Yeah, it was a lot. Like I said, it was never anything that I ever heard anyone say until someone sat me down and was like, hey man, you might want to get checked out because
they don't talk about it really. Yeah. No, it's true. Like I know women that have had low testosterone too. And you don't think of it as a woman, but we need testosterone also. And I had a friend who went and she got her testosterone checked, and she had low testosterone. And now she takes like a supplement for it, and she's great now.
Yeah, I mean that whole going to the gym, the motivation for the gym, that's, hey, let's go out and get it.
Yeah. Oh, believe me. I mean, there's weeks where I was super, like December was a really hard month for me, and there were times where I didn't want to go to the gym, and I had to force myself to really go because I knew if I didn't, I was just going to be in a really dark place and like sit and cry and be in my thoughts. And yeah, so the gym helped me. Like I would force myself to go. And then when I'm there, it's like, okay, just get it out, with the weights and be somewhere else other than your bed. Being sad, that's not going to do anything. So it's hard, but not a lot of people can get to that mindset. It's hard especially when you fall into like a deep, dark depression. It's hard to get out.
So how did you stay motivated going to the gym? Was it just your best friend pulling you out? Like literally? Like
we motivate each other. Yeah. So like she has her times too where she's in a really dark place and she's like, I don't want to go. And I'm like, get the fuck up. Like I will yell at her and be like, nah, you're freaking going. Like, I don't want to hear it. And I'll basically bully her into going. And then she's fine. And, we kind of helped each other with that. Like she'll tell me the same thing. Granted, there's been times where I'm like, I really can't. And she would come over and we would just watch TV all day and be bums, and we would just both skip the gym, but she was there for me. Or, same with her. If she was having a hard day, I'm like, what do you need? And if I was able to take the day off, like me and her would just stay together sometimes you just need a buddy.
Yeah.
Like honestly.
I mean, it's good that you have at least someone that's going to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
And then when you're not,
For
it's like,
sure.
hey, you know, we're in this together.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, it's really good to have someone that pushes you.
So here we are in February.
I know, it's crazy.
Just got cuffed up. Mm-hmm. What's 2024 look like for you?
Oh man, I don't know. You know, going into this year, because last year was such a horrible year for me, I was like, I'm gonna change everything. I'm gonna be better this year. This year's gonna be my year. Like I kept saying that, and it's my last year in my 20s. I'm turning 30 this year, so I really want to go out with a bang, and I want to travel more this year. We already have plans, me and my bestie. I want to like just live my life and not look back. Like obviously people make mistakes and the past is the past, but you can't wallow in that. You have to just keep going. Like life's too short. I have little kids that I have to live for, you know? So just keep pushing through. I don't know. It's hard to tell you because it changes every week, I swear. Every week it's different. Every day is different. But so far, I mean, I got a new salon space, a new man. I'm in a really good, healthy mindset right now. My kids are healthy. So I'm taking that as a win right now for me, and I'm just kind of gonna enjoy that this moment right now.
You're
Of
about to get a
everything
new
being okay.
studio also.
Yeah. So like new salon, new studio, like everything. Yeah, it's crazy. So it's been wild. January was crazy going through all that, and now I'm like, all right, we're here. We're February. I need to like get it together, and
One step at a time.
yeah, it just honestly, it's what it is. Like day by day. That's pretty much how I live my life. I don't even plan much ahead because you never know.
You never know. So on an off note, what is your conspiracy theory? Like everyone has them.
Oh my god, you're gonna get me started on conspiracies.
Oh yeah, I watch them all the time.
Oh my god, I know.
I'm the
Me and
guy.
you send them to each other. Like we
I'm
talk
the
about
guy.
it. Yeah, I know. Okay. I can vary from a lot of
What
conspiracies.
is the one that
You know, the
you're-
first, I don't know, like, don't get me started on aliens or the ocean or like the elites or any of that because I won't
what does extraterrestrial mean by definition?
extraterrestrial. Well, they
I can
say,
Google it right now. It's gonna say extra land.
really?
Yeah.
It's an alien.
No, it's extra land. Extraterrestrial means extra land.
Interesting. Well, why do they call them that?
So I saw a video today, as a matter of fact, that looked at the moon, and it took a picture of the moon and all the craters, and then it took a picture of Earth,
Okay.
and it just kind of like phased them together, and it matched land masses with craters, and it turned out that just a little small portion of the moon equaled all the surface that we know of on Earth. So what they're trying to say is that the moon is a reflection of the Earth, and there's a whole lot of extra land that we don't know about. Since you brought up aliens.
Yeah, I know. I believe it. Yeah, I mean, aliens are here. They're living among us. 100%. I believe that.
yeah.
They're here. The government's not going to tell you, though, because people would go fucking nuts and buy up all the toilet paper like they did when COVID happened.
Actually, they kind of told us already.
Well, yeah, they kind of are, but they aren't going to come out and be like, here's this, and that.
In 2018, I believe it was.
And more recently, too.
No, in 2018, the government gathered 24 theologians. Those are people who study religion.
Yeah.
And they asked them what the effect would the public have if they were told that aliens existed.
They would flip out. People can't handle information like that. Look at COVID. When COVID hit, everyone went wild. Like, everyone thought the world was ending and they were going to die. And I'm like, no, you're just going to be sick. It's fine. It's a flu. You know, but everyone bought the toilet paper up. People were like doomsday prepping, like, oh my God. And it's like, here we are 4 years later. We're all still here.
So what are your thoughts on the little Epstein's Island? What would you do if you found out that your favorite celebrity was on the island?
I'd be like, well, he's a turd. Yeah. Well, I'd just be like, well, we know what he was doing.
What do you think about celebrities selling their soul?
Oh, I totally believe that. I believe it. I think that the elites I think there is something going on with, you know, the elite and people high up in power and stuff. I definitely think that there is some, I don't know if it is like a whole devil demonic thing that, you know, they say that they're doing like the rituals with the adrenochrome, you know, all that stuff. I don't know if it's, I mean, I kind of think it is something like that. There's definitely something going on. And maybe they are the lizard people. Maybe they are the, you know, maybe they are something like that. Who knows?
I mean, I'm not saying that I believe everything that I hear.
But some stuff checks out.
I mean, supposedly conspiracy theory is just like a trailer to the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I have dived deep in some theories and I'm like, wow, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then I just sound crazy because it never comes out exactly how I want it to say when I start talking about it. And people are like, what the hell, Mallory? And I'm like, it's fine. Just ignore me.
Oh, no, I get into it.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
like the ocean. I'm terrified of the ocean because there's definitely, you know, that the ocean's only 5% explored.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And that majority of our world, our Earth, is ocean. So what the hell is down there? Why aren't they exploring?
The bigger question is, why do we have a space force that goes into space?
That's true.
And we don't go into the ocean?
I think we can't go into the ocean. I think there's some treaty. I think there is other life down there that has made some pact with like humans that's like, listen, we won't come for you if you don't come for us. You don't explore this part, we won't fuck you up type of thing. I can totally see that being.
So have you looked into the bleeps? Not the bleeps. I think they're called blurps or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So essentially there's a word that you look up. I'll find it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find it now.
I know, now you gotta send it to me.
That it's supposed to talk about mermaids, how mermaids are actually real.
Yes, that's another thing. Get me started on mermaids. They do not look like Ariel, for one. You know how they're like with the hair? No, they're terrifying people, like creatures. Like, but it makes you wonder. Obviously, all these stories about sirens and, you know, all the sailor stories about seeing monsters. Someone saw something at one point. They wouldn't just randomly make it up. They saw something and they were like, I fucking saw it. And so I think there are creatures out there like that are in like a certain area. I think that they're a hidden area. Mermaids, 100% believe in them. I don't think they look like Ariel. They don't look like Little Mermaid. They are terrifying creatures that will eat you. Why do they need hair? They live in the ocean, so they definitely don't have hair. But I believe in all that. Someone saw something at some point and had to talk about it. So just like all the other, you know, like vampires and stuff and other creatures.
So I talked about this in the last
Why would they
show
not be
about
real?
Vampires.
Yeah. Why would they not be real? Someone saw something. Someone did something. Like.
So there's a word that you used earlier that proves that vampires exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What word?
Adrenochrome.
Yeah. It's exactly.
I said it last show.
They literally.
It's for entertainment purposes.
It's literally blood.
But because I told her a joke, and once you think about the joke, it's like funny at first. Oh, it's kind of funny because it's kind of sexual, but then you think about it, and then it's like, wait a minute, hold on.
Oh,
People have been drinking blood for thousands of years. You serious?
It's crazy. No, and that's another thing is like they're definitely real. Also, I think that Hollywood romanticizes a lot of things, obviously, but that shit's all real. Another thing is maybe all these movies and all these things they make, maybe they're kind of secretly telling us.
So that is the entire plot of Paul, and I don't think you've seen Paul with the little alien and Seth Rogen. No, was it Seth Rogen?
No,
it wasn't Seth Rogen. No, Seth Rogen was the alien.
Wait, why does it sound so familiar?
With the little alien, his name was Paul. Supposedly, everyone on his planet was like bi. You had sex with whoever you wanted.
Oh wait, I feel like I haven't ever seen it, but I've seen like parts. Like, you know what I mean?
And then he says how he was giving the government all these movies, or he was giving Spielberg all these movie ideas But those all real shit that actually happened.
So it's kind of interesting. Like maybe that is kind of maybe something actually is happening like that. But
Hollywood's telling us what's going on.
yeah, they do. If you watch movies and shows, like they are telling us, like they put it right in front of our faces. People are just stupid and don't want to believe anything.
So do you believe that the Simpsons are true with their predictions?
Honestly, that stuff is kind of crazy accurate because they have predicted a lot of stuff.
Like I didn't believe
And then
it.
it happens like years later. That's kind of wild.
I didn't believe it at first, and then if you watch the escalator video, it's like there's too many coincidences in that video.
There's like a whole, you can find like people have put like segments together of like Simpson episodes and how it like when they aired, and then later on that actually happens.
And then the Travis Scott concert was there also.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of crazy.
There's a
stuff.
lot of stuff that happens. I'm like, fuck this. Man.
Our world is pretty crazy. I don't trust our government at all.
Wow.
Come find me.
Her, not me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on their radar. They're gonna be like, this bitch is crazy.
I think half of us are weary right now.
Especially it's election year, and I'm sorry, every time there's election year, crazy shit happens. I'm waiting. What's gonna happen? What happened last time? COVID. That was a whole bullshit thing.
That's why I got this house actually, and why I'm comfortable sitting in the house now, because I was comfortable sitting in the house during COVID.
Yeah.
So I figure if I just train myself to stay in the house, if it happens again, then I'll be fine.
Screw it.
As long as I have.
It'll be really interesting to see what happens this year. Being an election year, and they will do whatever they can to make sure someone does not run. So
have you heard
be
of
very interesting.
cultured meat?
Yeah.
It's
like synthetic meat, right?
It's meat that's made from cancer cells and animal cells. So what they did was they took a cow cell and they mixed it with the cancer cell, because the cancer cell grows real fast.
Yeah.
So that's how they're making steak.
Tell me how that's healthy.
That's not compared to what they did in Japan.
Oh,
In Japan, they're having a big issue with shit.
Oh wait, I heard this.
And they gathered up all the shit and found out that
Yeah.
it was rich in protein and calories. So they separated that, and then they turned that into steaks.
That's fucking disgusting. You're eating real
like a
shit.
shitty steak.
Yeah, that's a real shitty steak.
Know where you buy your beef.
Someone takes a bite, they're like, this steak's real shitty. Yeah, it legit is. It's legit a shitty steak. Enjoy.
So what do you have coming up here in the near future? Besides moving, you got anything special going on? Events you're trying to host, or?
Like I said, I'm just gonna move into my new salon. We're gonna do a big opening party, because I'm rebranding my salon too. I'm really rebranding, honestly, everything this year. I feel like I owe it to myself. Like I said, last year was really rough. So I am ready to just start fresh with everything. So I don't know, right now I'm kind of in a weird limbo, like in between salons and studios, a new relationship, just kind of.
You broke out the whole New Year, New Me thing, huh?
Honestly, yeah. Actually, what's crazy is beginning of January, I was content being alone. I ate some delicious mushies, and I don't know if we can talk about that, but and had a really nice trip by myself and realized a bunch of things, and cried my eyes out till 3 a.m. and really sat with myself the whole next day and realized that I'm good being alone, and that there is something else I need to do. I need to focus on my salon or my children, or, creating this life I wanted, that I'm okay. I'm content. And I was finally good. Like in January, I was like, I'm just going to do me. Like I'm good. And it took a while to get there. Like I said, a lot of mushroom trips, a lot of therapy, a lot of surround myself with good people, the gym, clients, that bared with me all last year when I was in like my lowest of low. My clients, like all my clients, they sat with me. There were plenty of times where I was not at my best, and they still came back, to get their hair done or get pictures done or whatever. But January, I finally was good. And then this month, like at the end of January, I met someone, and just kind of happened. Like, but I was completely content being alone. And I think that's when you're finally fine with yourself and content with yourself and like happy with yourself and just like, all right, this is me. I need to sit with myself. I feel like things start to happen for you and the universe kind of works in your favor after a while. I don't know. That's what I think in my life. Knock on wood. I'm not about to like ruin what's happening right now in my life. But yeah, just thankful for where I'm at today because I didn't think I'd be here a year ago, if I'm being honest.
Well, the world is a better place with you here.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Thank you for lifting up the women that we have here locally.
I love it. I honestly feel like I was put on this earth to like make women feel better about themselves, make people in general feel better about themselves. I love it. I love making everyone feel good. So, I don't know.
No, thank you.
Since you brought that up, I'm like, well, actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, hey, thanks guys for tuning in. Remember, the world's a better place with you in it. If you have any bad thoughts or think that you may or may not hurt yourself or you know someone who will, dial 988. It's the crisis hotline. Till then, next time, you guys be good. And that's it.